Hello students, good morning. Myself Varsha Pitwa, Assistant Professor from LG Institute of Technology. Here, the growth of town, the first example is given concentric spread. Here, so what is concentric spread? So the growth of town is represented by ring, series of concentric rings. Here, the concentric ring is given. So, in the first ring, the CBD means Central Business District. Second ring is LIG means Low Income Group. Third is MIG, so Middle Income Group. And high means HIG means High, so High Income Group. Here, the ring is classified by CBD, LIG, MIG, and HIG. So in this growth, the nucleus of center of town consists of a business district. Here, the CBD means this is a nucleus of town, right? And then business district. This is a business district and the social, commercial, and civic life of the town. Since the natural tendency of the people to be as near as possible of towns, hence town develop in concentric ring, so that the center of nucleus represent the area of origin settlement. The land use in this zone from take the form of shops, office, hotel, cinema hall, etc. As the town growth by the time, the people who can afford more transport time and spend more money go away from the central zone, and thus low income housing, better class residents, and high class residents are subsequently from away from the central business district. Here we can see that the low income group, they are very near the central business district. So we can say that we can save their money and time. Now here the middle class ring, and last one is high income group. The low income housing become nearest to the central business district. Such as towns soon suffer from improper houses, concentration of the people in the heart of the town, congestion of traffic, and accidents. The next growth is ribbon development. The figure is in this ribbon development, the figure is given. The town, everyone has tendency to build near the main road as possible. So building develop along the side of main road. Here we can see that this is a main road, and in outside, sorry, both side of the main road, the development are given. This is a development, right? So development in the form of ribbon, right? This is a development in form of the ribbon. Single row houses along the side of main road, bus route, railway lines, and etc. Here building activity expand along the side of main road, and long fingers ribbon of house, shop, factory, and etc. The initial stage, this growth is very small among the side of the main road, but it happens especially in newly growing towns where rules and regulation are not have not been strictly enforced. Here, the for ribbon development, the advantages and disadvantages are so given. The first is disadvantages. In the disadvantages, the increase in cost of various utility services like water supply, power, telephone, and etc. Loss on scatter community, lack of social life, costly and difficult future improvement. Houses face heavy traffic, noise, and dust due to the development is both side of the road. Interior portion left undeveloped, wastage of land, traffic capacity and efficiency of main road is reduced. More pedestrian on main road causes traffic accidents, traffic delays, harms naturalness of countries, spoil countryside, aesthetically faulty, How we can measure? The first is land use zoning, regulation and control of the traffic, removal of encroachment from roadside, planning roadside amenities, expressway which complete control access. The next is satellite growth. So, what is satellite growth? When the town reach a certain size, some sort of satellite growth is bound to occur. The term satellites is indicate smaller township away from the big city. This is a big city and this is a small town, right? This small town is dependent on the parent city, right? The satellite town are away from the heart of the parent city. It becomes less convenient and uncomfortable for the traveling people. Satellites is to indicate body under the influence of a more powerful body but possessing its own identity. Here, this is a parent city and this is a satellite town. These three satellite towns are dependent on the parent city for the employment. Here, the features of satellite town is the own local government. It is town itself, but it depends on a certain extent upon parent city, well connected by local train, bus, etc. Free to decide its economic, social, and cultural activities. Situated beyond green belt of the parent city, it's neither a village nor a suburb, mainly residential area with only local shops, school for children, etc. It need not have a zoning regulation. It can be even considered as a part of market for goods and service being produced in a parent city. And the disadvantages is necessity for the journey to work. The time for residents to work and work to residents. And the last is scattered growth. For natural growth, this is the last scattered growth. In the scattered growth, indicate where unplanned irregular growth, very irregular in the growth. The town shows scattered here and here in a very irregular way without any order. The result into traffic congestion, then encroachment of residential areas, industrial areas by encroachment of residential areas by industry, lack of open spaces. The this problem are very much difficult to solve in the features. Now, the plan growth. So first of all, what is plan growth? In the plan growth, the town develop or predetermined plan is prepared by the town planner. In case of plan growth, town is developed according to the master plan of the town. The development is orderly fashion. The overall growth of the town is controlled by the rules and regulation. The growth in such a way that avoid the clashing of manifold activities to which a normal town has to undergo. The land use distribution of various zones like residential, commercial, industry, and etc. The growth is here. The growth is controlled by rules and regulation. Then provision of various amenities, water supply, drainage, parks, playground. Right here, the growth of town in the plan growth, there are two classification. Sorry, now the growth according to the direction, right? In this there are two types. First one is horizontal growth and the second is vertical growth. In the horizontal growth, the town can grow horizontally in all the direction to accommodate the growing population. The growth of town in a horizontal plan, it is clear that such a horizontal growth is possible where plenty of land is available at nominal cost, right? For example, the residential bungalows, it is called horizontal growth. Is here the advantages are given: cost saving, buildings are generally 2 to 3 stories, right? High high technical personal not required, maximum possible use of natural light, restricted density of population, surrounding margin space can be used to develop a garden, right? And the disadvantages is it requires more land. There is a wastage of land, especially where land cost is very high. The foundation cost per unit area will be more. The uneconomical, it is uneconomical where the land is very costly, and there will be absence of group or community living. The second is vertical growth. The vertical growth, the building of the town are designed and developed as a multi-story building, for example flat, right, or high-rise building. It is possible where land is less and costly, right. The type of growth has its own advantage and disadvantage. The first advantage is considerable saving in land, use of common amenities, sense of group living develops, foundation cost per unit area is reasonable, right? It is divided. In the vertical growth, the foundation cost per unit area is more. Here, the foundation cost per unit area is divided. Higher level floor enjoys natural amenities such as river view, sea view, etc. Economy in construction cost, repetition of typical floors, maximum use of modern construction techniques such as fireproofing, soundproofing, heat isolation, air conditioning, high-speed lift. There are some disadvantages. Natural calamities difficult of escape, more population density, design of flat story type, have a tolerate evils of group living, failure of lift or water rising pump will cause great inconvenience, wastage of floor space as lift, supporting column, etc. have to be provided. And the last one is site for an ideal town. Which type of site is ideal for the town planning? The first is availability of natural advantage, availability of electric power, available means of communication, climate condition, contours of area, development of surrounding area, drainage of areas, available facility of sewage disposal, soil fertility, frequency of floods, growth of trees, nature of soil, position of stream and lake, water resources, and etc. Thank you for watching.